Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months. You feel me? I done spent damn near 5 G's on this. She talking about she don't want nobody touching her. Man, you got me up. You mean, well, you can leave. First of all, hold on. Man, first she talking about she don't even fly Spirit, right? Then talking about she don't fly Spirit. No. Okay, so I get her so I get her Delta. That's damn near 600-700 last minute, right?
Okay.
So plus her bags, check-in, all that shit. We go get her the Uber, all that shit. Then I'm damn near at 2 G's already. So we get here. First night, I'm being a whole gentleman. I've been a whole gentleman. Have you not? Have I not been a gentleman to you though? Have I not did anything?
Yes.
But you should have knew what it was if I flew you out here though.
I don't want.
Why come out here then?
What do you mean?
So y'all, this is the Instagram model. You know what? I ain't gonna even be no petty ass. Put your name on there like that.
You are getting paid because you're recording me.
Okay, so why the would you come halfway across the country knowing you didn't want to on that?
You though.
I ain't say you did. You know what it was though. You know what it was.
You want to spend money.
I spent 5 G's on you. What are you talking about?
That's what you
5 G's. What you talking about? So look, she did. Hold on, let me talk. Shut up. Then we about to go eat, right? So Shawty told me she hungry. So Shawty, call him. Pack all this shit. I'll help you leave. Pack all this bum up. Pack all this shit. Pack all that shit up. It's not even about it's really about the money because it ain't about nothing. You feel me? It ain't about nothing. So listen, we get off the fight. Let me tell the story. We get off the fight. Okay. So I'm like, we went back to the room. She like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, well, let's go to a little restaurant or something. I'm trying to get her something to eat. She like, oh, no, I only eat the best. I want some crab legs. That's another. So we go to the restaurant. I spent damn near ordering steak, crab legs. I'm buying all that shit, though. Being a pure gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Being a real. So I spent damn near 5 G's on this already. You can leave.
Yes,
you can go. Yes, I'll help you. Pack this shit up. You can get the all out. Get all your shit. Pack all it. It's already packed. Yes. Tell him how much money I spent though. Tell him how much money I spent. I can get some. It ain't enough for me to call. I got another coming through. So you can leave. You can get the out. Get your shit. Get your shit. Been here 2 days. 2 days talking about, oh, I don't want nobody touching me. Ain't on her period. None of that. Put your shoes on. I ain't on her period, nothing. What you do? You gonna whip me? She gonna beat me up? Please, come on now. Get your goofy ass out of here. You got me all the way up.
All right.
Like, you better chill. Like, I don't really get on your ass for that. Can you get the out? Can you get the out? I can get my way any day, baby. That money nothing, baby. I hope that 5 G's was worth it. Lame, man. You look y'all put your Instagram on here, y'all. If we keep talking, I'm gonna tell everybody what your Instagram is. Yes, please leave. Get the out. Bye.
Why are you recording me?
Why are you recording me? Bye. Get back home.
You look stupid.
Catch your ass Uber. Where you going? You don't even know where the you
Don't worry about where I'm going.
Bye.
Don't worry about where I'm going.
Okay, bye. Get your bum ass out of here.
Hey ladies, how are you girls doing? Welcome to my channel. If you are new, hi baby, my name is Fancy. It is so nice to have you. If you're returning, welcome back for another girl chat. Now, as you can see the intro, this is going to be a serious girl chat. It is so important that you girls put your safety first. Now, as you saw within the little clip that I inserted, in this video, we're gonna have a lot of things to discuss. I would love to hear your feedback and your opinion on the situation as well. I'm currently about to go get waxed, so I thought since I was here a bit early, I would go ahead and I would record for you girls. So before we get into this girl chat, like this video, subscribe to the Snob Mob, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I drop more juicy content, and also join our Patreon, ladies. join our Patreon. If you are needing assistance securing the bag, if you're needing assistance on your level up journey, if you're looking to connect with like-minded women who are local to you, if you are looking to travel and for whatever reason for work and you don't know anyone out there, link up with one of our girls and freestyle. Have a girls' day. Learn from one another. Like, just really make connections. If you are needing one-on-one coaching, please do email me and inquire about my different coaching packages and also my availability. The sooner you schedule a call with me, the more likely I can go ahead and get you in. I can be a bit busy, but I'm never too busy for you girls, so please do check that out. And remember, our top tiers come with a complimentary coaching call or profile evaluation each month and access to our Finesse Discord Sugar Baby group chat. So ladies, as you can kind of see, I wanted to talk about dating online and the dangers of dating online and how important not only vetting is, but truly making your intentions known. And I'm not saying you're move to move, like every man needs to know that I'm trying to get to the bag and I'm trying to take him for everything he has, but your intentions when it comes to your boundaries, what you are okay with, what are you planning on engaging in, and what you're not okay engaging in. It's never okay to paint a picture of activities happening that you never plan on partaking in. This can lead to a dangerous situation. You can get hurt. Like, so many things play a factor when in a situation, especially a strange man, a man that we're not familiar with, when he's thinking with his lower self and he's not thinking with his brain, and things can get out of control, as you can see within the little clip we just watched. So I highly suggest that you girls are upfront when it comes about the booty talk. And I know there's some girls out there that have been celibate for years. Girl, congratulations, way to go. You go with your bad self. And I'm not saying share that information. Yes, it is okay to have men work for the cookie and possibly having the opportunity to obtain the cookie, but letting him know that right now you're not going to get it. I think very, very highly of myself. I have respect for myself and I have respect for you. I would love to, possibly get there one day where we're comfortable enough to explore one another in that way. But as far as right now, I feel like we have a lot of trust building and getting to know each other that we need to take care of prior to going to that next level. So saying something along the lines of that is, simple. Yes, it's still giving him something to work for, because men do need, that prize. They need something to work for. But also it's setting the boundary, like, I hope you don't expect to come to my house. I hope you don't expect me to come to your house. But also, if he's asking for inappropriate pictures, if he's touching you inappropriately, if he's trying to invite himself over to your house, if you are inviting him over to your house, all of these are red flags. And no, when you invite a man to a sanctuary like your home, you're opening up the door for an environment of intimacy. And if that is not what you're wanting, then you're putting yourself in danger. I just want to be sincere and genuine when I say, yes, it's not right for people just to assume or be entitled to the goods. Yeah, that's not right. But at the end of the day, it's reality. So outside of what's right, what's wrong, what's reality, what's not reality, I feel like it's very, very important that you make things clear so you are able to be safe. You're able to set the tone, and nobody is just left in a situation where their expectations are not addressed. So never invite a man to your house. Again, we've seen devastating situations where we've had women who are influencers, inviting people from the house from Bumble or Tinder, any of these websites, what I mean, and things happening that are not so great. And then we have situations where, like we just saw, she was engaging with this man for weeks, it seems as though, and they were talking back and forth online on IG. If a woman's intentions is money, even when it comes to us, we make hints, we make suggestions, we say certain things to let it be known. This is what we expect from you. Same thing if a man is his intentions is to, you know, get in them draws. He's going to say things that it's going to hint and let it be known that that's what he's looking for. So in this situation, of course, we cannot be for sure what was said, what wasn't said, what was promised, what wasn't promised, what was agreed upon, what wasn't agreed upon. All we can assume is this: he flew this woman out. And when he flew her out, that was, I believe, the second night. And I've noticed there were 2 beds in the room. So 2 queens or 2 full size, whatever the case is. The hotel did not look all that. And so even though they weren't sharing a bed, they were sharing a room, which is really dusty. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. But he was saying, you know what we were here for, basically is what he's saying. Why would you think I would spend so-and-so thousands of dollars on you to be out here if you didn't already know what was going down? So he wasn't clear within his intentions too, because he is saying basically, you should have knew what was up. If he was clear, he would have said, oh, well, you agreed to what was up. So she didn't make it clear that she was going to do anything or she wasn't going to do anything. He didn't make it clear as a man that he expected her to do something. At the end of the day, never travel with strangers. Never travel to strangers. Never allow a stranger to get you a room that he has a key to, that he has a bed in, that he will be staying in. He will be in at all. Just don't do it. You're setting yourself up to be in a very, very bad situation. Anytime that you are alone with a person that you do not know, you are in danger of getting hurt or getting killed. You're in danger of being taken advantage financially, mentally, emotionally, you know, in any kind of way. So it is so important that you are only around strangers in public areas, and you're not traveling to a stranger, no matter the circumstance, especially to a city that you're not familiar with, and especially to a city that you don't have any family or friends within. And we had this discussion in Patreon, which is why it's so important to be able to, you know, take advantage of a community where you're able to say, hey girl, I'm a flight attendant, or hey girl, I'm a traveling nurse, or hey, I'm traveling for work or business or whatever the case may be. I'm going to be in this city. Are there any ladies in this city? Live in this city? Can we link up? Can we get together? What places do you recommend I go? What places do you recommend I stay in? Where can we go to freestyle? You know, let's grab lunch. Let's go get our nails done. Let's get together. And it's so important to have security, to know that, hey, if anything happens, you have somebody that can come and pick you up. If anything happens, you have somebody that can come and check on you to make sure you're okay. If anything happens, you know, you have somebody within that area that is familiar with the streets, with the cities, you know, with the neighborhoods. And, you know, so it is so important to have connections, especially when dealing with men online. We've even heard it all. A girl within the group asked, well, this guy wanted to know, was I even old enough to, you know, engage into activity? Anything of that, you know, nature, where you're talking about private things that they don't need to know. They haven't, you know, earned that place in your life where y'all are going to even be engaging into that. Why is that even matter? Like, why does that matter? Are we discussing your credit score? Are we discussing what's in your savings? Are we discussing, you know, what investments do you have? Are we discussing any of these things? No. So it is not appropriate for us as ladies that are not wanting to engage or give the man a wrong idea of, you know, you should have known better. You should have known what was up. None of that, you know, needs to even be a factor when it comes to what the tone that was set by us, because it's our responsibility not only to set the tone of our boundaries, but to set the tone of we expect to be, you know, invested into. These are things that are so important when it comes to dating. These things are so important when it comes to safety. These things are so important when it comes to not wasting our own time when it comes to men who are trying to play games. So this girl seems as though she's done it before. Again, with us being the type of women that we hint at shopping and, you know, can you give me money for this? Can you give me money for that? Getting them used to spending money on us. They're going to make hints when it comes to, you know, hidden, like getting it in. And it's important for you to say, yeah, babe, you know, I'm really not comfortable, you know, talking about things like that. You know, I'm just not ready yet. You know, of course, once we get more comfortable with one another, we can discuss that. That's what she should have said in the beginning when he was making, you know, when he was hinting at things like that. If she was an IG model, from my knowledge, again, I don't know too much background about it. I didn't really look into it. You know what I mean? And if he, which he is, a Dusty, one of the girls in our Patreon, I don't know if I'm gonna screenshot what she said, what she called him, because it was hilarious. It was one of those. she would have been able to weed that out if she would have properly vetted him. So we're going to be going into another situation where, you know, a girl did not properly vet and, you know, something worse happened. So I'm not going to say worse. I'm not going to say better. It was both bad situations. You know, the first girl that we watched, she got kicked out of the room. She had to figure out, you know, how to get back home. I don't know if the round trip was bought in her name. I don't know if she had to pay for her flight back. I don't know if she, you know, knew anybody in the city. I don't know if she was familiar with the city, but we saw her, you know, thankfully being able to collect all her things without him putting his hands on her. She got to leave. And unfortunately, there are times where the girl is not, you know, given, you know, the opportunity to even leave, or sometimes the girl's not given the opportunity to leave with her things. So for him to have been as hostile and as aggressive as in her face and stuff like that, and then for her to just, you know, sit there like she ain't leaving and to like kind of argue with him back, it kind of made me feel like she was kind of comfortable. She was a bit comfortable within the situation for my liking, because at the end of the day, when somebody blacks out and they just lash out, that is a dangerous situation, and a woman can never compare to a man when it comes to, you know, a fight. It's just not something, you know, and he was not like a small guy. So for her to like kind of buck up and kind of talk back and all this other stuff, it seemed like she was really provoking this man to like do something, and she was still talking on the way out versus just, you know, politely getting all your stuff, having your homegirl on the phone, just so you can have a witness, even if it's somebody that's just hearing what's going on, you know, just to be sure that you made it out of that situation okay. And if she hears a hit, if she hears whatever, she can call the police. So that was good to have somebody on the phone, but to kind of provoke him in that situation, he's already ignorant, he's already loud, he's already recording you, he like has no respect for you or himself, because it's really embarrassing to try to force, or being in a position where you have to force someone to, you know, engage with you on any kind of level, even if it's platonic. If you have to force somebody to talk to you, to sleep with you, to hang out with you, to, you know, acknowledge you, like, that's embarrassing. So for him to literally have a live and saying, if this girl, don't ever deal with her, she gonna take your money and she not gonna, like, it's embarrassing. You know, maybe it was just you, maybe she didn't want you, but at the end of the day, he didn't say it like that. He was really trying to, you know, make a scene. And some people will, you know, make a scene by any means necessary, and I'm just thankful she got out the situation. Now the next clip that we're about to watch, I'm gonna go ahead and insert it here.
It's gonna be hard, but I was robbed by someone that I trusted, that I had met on Hinge, the dating app. We've only known each other for like 12 days. Yes, I know I'm an idiot for inviting some man that I didn't know to my house multiple times overall in the last a week and a half. I trusted him, although there were a lot of red flags, so many that I can't even count them. He was super lovey-dovey and kind and nice, you know, the whole, yeah. And I was very trusting and too nice. And he stole from me. Someone I thought that actually liked in me. And we actually started, well, we're pretty much official 2 days ago. I'm assuming now we're not. I've called him, I have FaceTimed him, I have tried to text him, nothing. I've tried all day, not all day, just for a few hours. I tried him on other phone and other numbers, nothing. I've even DM'd him on Instagram, nothing. I'm going to show you a picture of him. He's in Dallas, so you guys know who he is, and ladies beware. I think he does this, maybe on regular, I'm not sure. This is the first picture of him. He has a tattoo on his neck and tattoos on his arm. Another angle. This is his dating profile on Hinge. Ladies, if you see him, please just don't mess with him. Don't.
Okay, so as y'all saw, this girl, she got robbed. And so unfortunately, you know what I mean, she did lose something major. One of the girls within her Patreon said that it was more of a background, that, you know, of her meeting this guy from X, Y, and Z, and she had like a wad of money, like $10,000 or something like that, and she's like flashing it on social media or whatever, and he saw it and he already knew what he was looking for. And I guess she just had a key to her safe left around her apartment, and he broke into the safe, got the money, and left. In my opinion, again, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not a laughing situation, but I did giggle because I didn't know if she was serious or joking. to me, it appeared as if she was not trying to warn other women within the DFW Metroplex about this dangerous man. It seems like she was more upset that he ghosted her. She literally was just like, and he's not responding to my phone calls, my texts, or anything. I guess it's over? Like, what do you mean you guess it's over? So you're waiting on him to end it versus knowing that this man stole from you? It's just like, girl, did you make a police report, you know, on this man? Or are you just worried about the little 12-day situationship that you guys had? Like, and I'm not trying to be rude. This is coming from, you know, sisterly love. It's just like, bad decisions, I'm not going to say stupid, but bad decisions like this can cost people their lives. After knowing somebody for 12 days, not only you're in a relationship, but he's been to your house multiple times within the last week and a half. And then his pictures look like, one of the girls in the Patreon said his pictures look like he would rob from his own mama. Like, yo, like his pictures, he was not giving gentleman, stud, respectful, hire me for the position. He was giving very much that, you know, mugshot, you know, he did every crime that's unsolved. Like, it was just like, what did you expect? It's just like, you didn't expect a husband, a father for your kids, and she's literally crying because she's so emotionally involved at this point. And yes, we could assume that they were intimate. It's just for you to be this stuck and attached to a man, and you should be talking about your money and going off on your money, but you're talking about the good memories that you had and how romantic he was and how lovey-dovey. How could you allow a man that you don't even know this close to you to even be lovey-dovey? And now this man is $10,000 richer. So not only are you flashing your money online and valuables, you're making yourself a target, and you're not putting your stuff in the bank. Like, I don't care if I'm at dinner, and which happens often, I'm handed an envelope with money in it. I'm going to the bank immediately. I'm not gonna get on, you know, YouTube and post it the same night. Hey, y'all, I just got all this cash, and everybody around the world sees me and is still in my house. By the time y'all see any kind of money that I get, and I don't even post my money like that anymore at all whatsoever, because number one, it's very dangerous. Number two, people really don't need to know what you have going on like that. And like number three, I have a son. So just to put yourself in a situation for someone to know what you have and to try to get it by any means necessary, it's like, she's lucky that all he did was steal from her and didn't, you know, like genuinely like hurt her. We've had a discussion within the group about both these situations, and just hearing the girls' perspectives and the, you know, their points of views and just the experiences that they've had. Yeah, we've made mistakes. We've been there. We've done that. We've been stupid. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, we have to get to a place in life where we hold ourselves accountable and we understand, like, he was really confident to do this. He's done it before. And she was very comfortable to allow this man into her life like that. She's done it before. And in that situation, they were both wrong. Now, I'm only going to put the clips and stuff like that online because they both went viral. So both the situations, their faces out there like that, I'm not, you know, they're just already out there like that. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just leave their faces visual and stuff like that, so y'all can just get the overall picture, the expression, everything. But tell me, is she giving... Look out, DFW ladies. I don't ever want this to happen to any of you girls out there. This man is dangerous. Or is she giving it, like, don't talk to this man because she's still hoping that they have something going on? It's just like she's trying to make this guy look bad so no other woman wants him, so she can still pursue that. Versus, like, literally, this guy is a monster. He needs to get caught. He needs to be punished. And I made a bad decision within this scenario. And because of that, I don't want you to make the same mistake that I made, basically. So maybe she was giving it and I wasn't receiving it the way she was giving it. But the way I received it, she was upset because the relationship's over and she's just hurt. And at this point, she got to start over. And if she's starting over the way she's starting over, I pray that she is covered, she is kept, she is safe, and it hurts her, because it's just so dangerous. Men should not be coming to your home before they have consistently showed up, showed out, and exceeded all your expectations until you know, basically, you've seen their driver's license back and front, you know personal information about them, you have a picture of all their vehicles, you know where they live, like your friends have met them and, you know, been able to profile them. Like, these men should not be at your house at all, no matter if they're paying your rent. I have multiple people paying my rent that's already paid, and with that being said, like, they don't come over my house. I have a child, and even if I didn't, like, this is my home. Like, we're not gonna be laid up in my place, and I'm definitely not gonna be laid up in your place. No matter how much your home is worth, I'm not gonna be laid up. It's not like it's my home. It's not like I benefit from being at your house. The only person that benefits from going to one another's house in a private place is a man. That automatically means that he's getting the cookie. Him coming to your house or you going to his house is equivalent to us getting a man to, you know, walk around the mall with us. You already know what's coming, sir. We're going to ask you to pay for something. If we go to a restaurant that's connected to a mall or that's next to a mall, and we're just walking around looking, and I see something that I want, I'm expecting you to buy it. If I allow you to come to my house, or if I go to your house, I already should be expecting you to think, yes, it's about to go down. I'm gonna throw it back for him. I'm gonna bust it open for him. I'm gonna flip it and reverse it. It's just like, if you don't think this way, you should already think this way. So going back to the first story, was it taboo or weird or out of the blue that the guy expected her to be intimate? No, absolutely not. Like, he slept in a bed next to you. He flew you out. Y'all went out to eat. He's been talking to you, and when he slid in your DM, he probably said you was sexy, fine little mama, this, that, la da 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 da. You know, flash your money, let me do this, let me do this. Like, you already knew what this dude was doing. He didn't even have enough respect for you or himself to get his own room. He's literally laying on a bed next to you, like looking at you while you sleep. Like, that's so weird. You're sleeping in a room with a stranger. He could do anything to you in your sleep. He could slip anything into your water. He can, like, you do not know this person. Ladies, when you're dating online, set the tone. Once you meet the man, once you have that feminine energy going on, once you have that sex appeal, once they're like, you know, once they're drunk off of the energy that you're giving, you know what I mean? Be really playful with it, but make it clear that you're open to it in the future. That's okay. Letting them have something to work for. You're open to it in the future, but right now, you are not willing to engage into that kind of activity. You're looking for a genuine connection. You're looking to truly get to know this person without any distractions, without any drama, and moving too fast can, you know, ruin any type of situation, any type of friendship, any kind of possibility future with anyone, regardless, on any level. And you have so much respect for him and yourself that you wouldn't even want to waste y'all's time. Like, so ladies, be very careful. Say what you mean and mean what you say. No means no. Don't provoke him. And if they aren't getting the hints and they're not respecting, let's wait, let's get to know each other, or, you know, not right now, or, you know, I'm feeling uncomfortable about discussing things like that, or you touching me in that way, or you commenting on me in that way, or whatever the case is, and they still continue to do it, he is not the man for you. Do not travel to a man that you do not know. Do not travel with a man you do not know. Allow that man to inconvenience himself and travel to you, so you're on your own territory where your daddy, your big brother, your cousin, your auntie, your baby daddy, anybody can pull up if they need to pull up. And I mean that with everything. So, and then also take advantage of groups like Patreon, where, like my Patreon, where you can link up with girls in new cities if you do happen to travel a lot, and if you happen to be going to a steakhouse, and you can just, you know, politely just have a check-in buddy. Hey girl, I'm gonna be at this restaurant at this time with a potential, you know, is it okay that you, hey, if I, you know, text you when I'm done, and if you don't hear from me, you know, this is my emergency call list, and can you please, you know, let them know X, Y, and Z. It is so important to have an emergency plan and having someone there to execute it if an emergency, you know, occurs, versus, you know, you out of luck. so sorry to hear about that. That's unfortunate. That's terrible. That's horrible. That's a heinous crime. You know what I mean? Versus, you know, having someone already in a place that can help save the next woman before it's too late. So ladies, I didn't, you know, it's jokes in here, but at the end of the day, this is so serious. Be careful. It's so dangerous online. You do not know who's behind these computers. You do not know their intentions. There are literally men out there that don't even want to engage into physical. They just want to hurt you. So be careful.